Hello, guys, welcome to Rich Living Mastery YouTube channel where we create content to help you optimize three areas of your life: health, wealth, and relationships. This is Abhishek, founder and CEO of Rich Living Mastery.
And hello everyone, this is Soler, and today the book we have picked is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So basically, this book is divided into 4 parts, and I'll be talking about the first part. The part one talks about fundamental techniques of how to handle people. This is basically a thing that whenever we meet someone or we are stuck in some situation that we don't know how to get out of. It can happen at workplace, at home, or in normal like casual conversations with friends. So then and like then or anywhere else, I can say all these things and all these techniques and tricks will be very helpful to you. So pay close attention. Okay. So the first thing is, if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. It just talks about the basic fact that if you are finding something which is not accordingly to your opinion, or which is not what you think or what you know about, so you can say yeah, that is okay, and then take the conversation like somewhere else. But if you say it upfront that it is wrong, or I don't like that, or something like that, then the conversation might go south a lot faster. So the basic thing is, don't criticize or complain about anything in a conversation if you are dealing with some authoritative people, or if you are dealing with in a conversation which are having in family times as well, within the family relations as well. The second thing is big secret of dealing with people. That talks about give honest and sincere appreciation. Like everyone likes a good comment or a good appreciation, but at the same time you don't have to fake it. Like, don't say it for the sake of saying it. You should mean whatever you're saying. The third thing in the first part is like, if you can do this, you will never be alone. That is, whenever you're talking, you have to either uh, make the person interested in your conversation or in your topic of conversation, or make that the second person excited about the talk, or about the conversation. So he will, I mean, will leave the conversation thinking that, okay, I had a good conversation with that person being you. And when that happens, every now and then they will turn to you for a good stress free conversation. So this way you'll never be alone.
Moving on to part two deals with how to make people like you. Now, look, the purpose of this isn't to how people say butter other people so that they really like you. It's not about begging for people to like you. It's not about being
Yeah.
likable in a way where you're not yourself. It's about,
Mm.
okay, the point is this. So in your field, if right people like you, it is easier for you to succeed because right connections, right network will
Correct.
always push you, will always give you that edge. So in that way,
Mm.
remember, while telling this principle, you don't have to apply it everywhere, but when situation comes, applying these simple techniques is very, very, very helpful. So the whole thing is divided into six principles. First principle is to actually genuinely be interested in the person. When you're genuinely interested in someone, it shows, they feel it. The second principle is smile. It's free, right? Nobody's like, it's not costing you anything. Just smile, maybe a little bit of energy, and
Yeah,
it will
right.
make a very good first impression. Now, principle three, remember a
Mm.
person's name. To that person, his or her name is the sweetest sound in the world. So here's the thing, name has this intimate thing. Now, for example, if I'm talking to Suhail, I'm like, hey Suhail, how are you doing? Like mentioning that,
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, mentioning that,
Go on. Go on. Go on.
he has a
Yeah.
better feeling than if I would have
Mm.
told him, hey, how are you doing? Which one did you
Yeah.
feel
Correct.
was a little more intimate? Obviously, the first one where I mentioned the name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here, remembering name can actually give you an edge. Now, principle
Mm.
4, be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. The most important topic for everyone,
Mm.
what is that important topic? That important topic is about themselves. It's not about movies, not about
Yeah,
food, it's not
right.
about anything else. Ultimately, it all comes down to themselves. We all do it. So
Correct.
when speaking to someone, encourage them to speak about themselves. They're more likely to speak. Don't make it like an interview though. Don't keep, like pestering them and asking them interview kind of questions. Principle 5,
Yeah.
talk in terms of other person's interest. What are they interested in? Now you can't go to someone
Mm.
who is interested in gaming, and you can't go to them and speak to them about philosophy. If they're really not into philosophy, they're like, what is going on? Not going to work.
Yeah, right.
So you have to talk about gaming. So principle 6, make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. We all want to be treated as if we are important. Maybe not the most important person in the room, but a little bit important, right? We all feel like we all need to
Like
be
some
treated as if we
importance.
exist. Yeah, like we exist. We are
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like we are contributing. We are a part of the group. So when you do
Yeah,
that,
right.
that helps. When you sincerely do it, that will make people like you. Now moving on to third part. So help.
Yeah, third part has basically 12 principles. I'll be talking about the six of them because they are a little bit long and they will take a little bit of deeper thinking to explain properly. So the third part is how to win people in your way of thinking.
Hmm.
Sometimes it happens that when we are talking to someone and we want to convey something, but what we say and what they hear and understand is like totally different things, east and west, right? So when that happens, it just means that you are not uh, having good enough conversation skills. So that needs to be avoided as much as possible. Yeah. So the first thing is you can't win an argument, right? So the best way or the only way to win an argument is to avoid it, right? So like if you see that your conversation which was good up till like some point, and then suddenly that is turning into an argument or conflicting conversation, not only an argument, but yeah, if that is there and you don't want that person to think something bad about you because that can affect your job, your life, and even like you might feel bad. Like, okay, you can win the argument, but you might lose the person. So that is again a big loss, I think, right? So you can't do that. So either you have to uh, like either like forcefully stop the conversation, or if possible, which is the most effective way, I think, change the topic. Simple. So the second thing is a sure way of making enemies and how to avoid it. That is show respect for others' opinion and never say you're wrong. Again, that comes back to the first
Mhm.
chapter. I mean, first chapter, that is don't complain or criticize. If you are doing either of these things, either you're complaining about something or you're saying that some person is wrong, right? So that can become either bad thing or that person will feel like now I have to defend myself. So
Hmm.
when that is happening, the person will think differently, talk differently, his body language, his tone, and all these things will change. So that you have to avoid, and you shouldn't do that. The third thing is if you're wrong, just admit it quickly.
Hmm.
And when that thing happens, it avoids conflict. The first chapter of the third part, that you should avoid conflict at any cost or any time if possible. Right? If you're wrong, just say it and say it like with empathy. Right? That okay, I thought this was right, but now I know I'm wrong, so I'm sorry. Done. Like that topic is over. But if you keep on dragging that, that may not lead to good places, right? So fourth thing is drop of honey. The fourth chapter is called a drop of honey. That is begin in a friendly way. Like you, if you go up to talk to someone to talk, hi Abhishek, how are you?
Hi.
Or hi Abhishek, Shake, what's up? So which one was more friendlier, right? First one or the second one?
Obviously, what's up?
Yeah, like Second one, it has a little bit of cheer into it, and something like that, right?
Hmm.
So you're not like, we are not robots, or we are not machines that will keep talking about the same thing over and over, or like in the same voice. We need to change it, and we need to be friendly. We need to be approachable. That okay, if I'm talking to you, or if you are talking to me, we can be close, we can be friends, or in one work environment we can be cooperative and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So when that is there, you need to start on a friendly note. Only then you can take it further, like on the same note. That's what I believe, at least. If it's not, you can start over, and like those things are there as well. Moving on. Fifth thing is the secret of sorcerers. That is, when you are wanting something out of someone, get yes, yes as soon as possible, or immediately. Like, ask some questions which will compel the person to say yes and yes. When that
Yeah.
happens, the third question, or the third uh, topic of your conversation can be whatever you want, like a sales deal, or some business promotion, or something like that. So when that
Yeah.
happens, your mind will automatically say, okay, I have said yes and yes to this person before, so let me say yes again. It will bring me some good. You won't know why you are saying yes. This is actually a trick. I think Abhishek has talked in
Yeah.
one of the before videos as well. Like, you can go and check it out at the channel again.
Yeah,
So
I think
that
wait,
will be
this is like
like
a
a trick.
very popular sales technique. We have also discussed
Yeah,
about it so
exactly,
many times.
exactly.
Lot of sales people, lot of them follow this.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, yes, yes. Get as much yes as possible, and then pitch
Yeah,
something
and
that
then
they are
and
likely to
when
say no, and they're more likely to
yeah,
say yes
and when
now.
that happens, so yeah, exactly. And when that happens, I'll be like, okay, I have said yes this many number of times. So let me say yes and just try it out again, and then we
Hmm.
are hooked. The sixth and the last principle that I'll be talking about is uh, the chapter name is safety valve in handling complaints. This chapter talks about let the person do a great deal of talking. Again, it was somewhere in the second part, I guess. Abhishek was talking right now that we all love talking about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And we have, I think, in Question Are the Answers by Aaron Pease, we have spoken about communication enhancers, I think, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, that when we use these kind of things, people will be talking about themselves, or people will be explaining themselves in a lot better, easier way to understand. Fourth part, Abhishek, go on.
Right. So fourth part is about being a leader, right? Be a leader and how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. So one thing that a lot of leaders fall victim to is they're either too harsh on their teammates,
Yeah,
where
correct.
yeah, like that teammates get offended, or they're like, no man, I absolutely hate this. Like that is one of the things that a lot of leaders get accused of. So here you learn some basics about good leadership. So first one is
Yeah, right.
it's about finding fault. So how do you find fault and how do you mention it? That is like first give a compliment or first praise, and then you give a correction, or you speak about their fault. So I think this is also known
Yeah,
as
right.
sandwich technique. Tony Robbins speaks about this, where you put a compliment and then you put fault and then you put a
Yeah, yeah,
compliment.
yeah.
Now, what you need to be
Yeah,
careful here
right.
is when you give people compliment next time, they'll be waiting for what fault you're going to be correcting. So
Yeah.
don't do
So
it too
they
many
might
times.
correlate to that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So just be
So
careful.
that shouldn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next one is how to criticize and not be hated for it. So this, to an
Seems
extent, like
interesting.
yeah, it's interesting. But here's the thing: you can criticize and people will kind of hate you. Some people will, some people won't. It also depends on their the way they see the world, their belief system. However, you can smooth it out.
Yeah, right.
You can make it easier.
Hmm.
So the way you criticize is talk about your own mistakes first. Well, look, you if you appear to your people as if you're very perfect, your people who are following you, they are like, okay, that person is too perfect. I can't relate to them. They do everything perfectly. I can't stand up to that mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Speak about your mistakes. We all mess up. All you need to do is speak about it.
Yeah.
If you have never messed
Well,
up, which is a rare case, then go and mess
then
some
you
things up.
haven't tried anything new.
Yeah, so try
Yeah.
something new, mess some things up, and then share it.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, no one likes to
Exactly.
take orders. Now, yeah, here you can't keep ordering people around. You have to like tell them what to do. You have to ask them. One better way to do it is ask the right questions. Hey, how quick can you do this? Instead of telling, can you do this? How quick can you do this? Will make them feel like, okay, I'm going to be doing it. So how quick can I do it? They're more likely to do it.
Mm.
So next is let other person save face. If there is an embarrassing situation, make sure that you lift that person up or you save them from it any way possible. If it's embarrassing, take them out of privacy,
Oh,
misdirection,
right.
distraction, anything. But make sure that the other person
Yeah.
saves face because embarrassment is a very traumatic experience for many people.
Yeah. Like it's not well taken by many people, I can say.
Yeah. Next is like how to spur people on to success. Now, as a leader, what you need to do is you need to lead your people to succeed. Can they all become successful. They all can become successful. Everyone has potential. As a leader, it's your duty to identify it and put
Right.
them on the right path. Okay, it's not about letting them
Correct.
do it on their own. You have to help them out a little bit. Next one is give a dog a good name. Interesting chapter, but the point is
Yeah.
you need to tell them, okay, this is like you expect good from them. Like create an image of them, create image of your people that is very high caliber. Like if someone in your team can do better programming, computer programming, and you're like,
Mm.
I believe in you, I believe you can do better. Now be genuine about it. If you're not genuine about it, it just comes off fake.
They will figure out. Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely, it'll show, right?
Mm.
So be genuine about it. If you're genuine about it, expect better from them. Let them know that you expect good things from them, and they will try to live up to that. Next is make fault seem easy to correct. As I mentioned before, uh, make just like you make the criticism easy. Yeah, ma- create faults, make mistakes, and then tell them how easy it is to correct. Give them examples, make them understand why it is easy to
Yeah.
correct.
Right.
And then ninth one is make people glad to do what you want. The best thing you can have
Mm.
as a leader is for your people to love what they do to get you results.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so there are
Right.
many ways to do it. We're not going to go deeper into this, but one way to do it is what do they want? Can you get them to where they want to go? If you can do that, why wouldn't they help you out? Why wouldn't they work hard? Because if all of you are growing, if they are getting what they want, if you're getting what you want, if everyone is getting what they want, they would absolutely love to work. So with that said, that
Yeah.
comes to
Right.
four parts, and we will be going into
Mm.
detail as you see in other book reviews that we do. We'll be going into detail. We'll be creating separate videos for each of these
Yeah. Right.
sections. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any other book that you want us to review, put it in the
Okay.
comments below. Goodbye.
Okay. Got it. Bye. Bye.